Hello again from my front porch. I am in Minneapolis. Sorry, you probably can't hear. I'm at the Monkees, remember? But we're outside now, so I don't have to have it on. Yay! But I'm in Minneapolis, Minnesota at the beautiful State Theater. Now, ironically, I saw the Monkees here a few years ago when they were here. It was Mike, Peter, and Mickey, but this time it was just Mike and Mickey doing the Mike and Micky Show. But I'm also here with some other concert attendees. It was a packed place there inside, but I spotted the Nesmith twins here. Now, if you're familiar with the Monkees, the 60s Monkees and the TV show, Mike, of course, Mike Nesmith wore the green hat. In fact, he wore it to his audition when he tried out for the Monkees. They must have thought it was a good look because he then got stuck wearing it for most of the show. And then it disappeared. He probably burned it somewhere. I don't know. But I'm here with two wonderful concert goers,
Jessica and Holly.
Jessica and Holly, and as you know, after each of the shows, I like to hear what other people had to think about the concert, and so we just now set this up for you. You know, as you know, this is my fourth one, and with each of them, we've gotten closer and closer to the end of the line, because this is the Monkees farewell tour. As you can see here from the poster behind us, see where it says, well, maybe you can't quite see. Here, hold it. Let me come really closer. There you go. See where it says farewell tour there. And what that means is that they're not touring anymore after this. They'll be done. Mickey may still go out and do some stuff on his own, he says, but he's not going to go out as the Monkey. And so when this tour is done, the Monkees are done, which is bittersweet. And so now we are within 2 weeks of their last concert in Los Angeles, which means we got to watch one of the last times the Monkees perform or sing their songs. So that's my build-up. That's bigger build-up than any of these other ones because this is my last one and we're that close to the end of the line. So, Jessica and Holly, what did you think of the concert?
Oh, it was emotional for sure.
Yeah, it's bittersweet, and it was really awesome. They can still perform.
Oh, they sound great though. They sound amazing. Mickey is 76 years old and Nez is 78 years old, and man, they can still sing and it's amazing. But yeah, very emotional. Nez kind of broke up a little bit.
Yeah.
And
Did that break you up a bit too?
Yeah. I'm emotional anyway.
Made us tear up, yes, for sure.
Well, and the amazing thing about Mickey, it's one thing for a guy who's 76 to still be singing, you know, just going out and touring and singing. As you said, Mike's 78, that's cool. But Mickey is still singing songs in the original key from the 1960s. From when he was in his 20s.
On that too. He can hit those notes.
That just blows me away. That's impressive right there.
Yeah.
So obviously you're not first generation Monkees fans.
No, we are second generation Monkees fans.
Second or maybe even third, depending on where you draw the line.
We have children who are third generation.
Yeah. And so, you know, it's funny. There was an interview with Davey back in the '80s when the Monkees first did their first resurgence, came back around. And Davey was talking some news program, and he said that he met a lady in the lobby of the hotel that was all excited to meet him and stuff, and said, "I'm coming to the concert tonight, and I'm bringing my daughter." And he was like, "Oh, okay." And she goes, "And my mother." and Davey was like, "Whoa, what was that?" Because I think that was their first experience with the multi-generational Monkees fans. But now it's like 4 or 5 generations, you know, and that was present here in the auditorium tonight. But so what about the Monkees appeals to you?
Oh gosh, we got hooked on them when we were in high school, watching reruns on TV Land.
Actually, I remember watching reruns in the mid '80s when I was little, when
on
they had
MTV?
the resurgence.
You watched the MTV
probably on
marathon
MTV
and stuff,
Nickelodeon,
yeah.
and all that.
So then we got hooked.
And they started replaying again in high school. And, you know, we're in our late 30s and we love them as much as we did when we were little.
Maybe even more.
Yeah, probably more.
Well, so you know, when you're young, at least this is my experience. When you're young, and Mike kind of talked about this in the song that he got emotionally.
Yeah.
You know, when you're young, you're kind of enjoying the songs, the rhythm, the beats. You don't necessarily fully understand all the lyrics because the Monkees songs, they get kind of dismissed as they were for kids and they were just sugar coated pop music, all this kind of stuff. But their songs, especially the ones that they wrote. Or that were written for them in later albums. Now, the first couple, they were kind of just marketing kind of things, but you get to Headquarters and beyond, and there start to be real meaty songs.
Shades
really,
of Grey is one that
and that never went out as a single. I don't know why, because that would have been that should have been a hit song.
Yeah, and it was in the show a lot, and we always loved it every time.
But so as you get to your point, as you get older. There's a whole different impact, a whole different way they resonate. Yeah, that's true. And so then when you come to see them perform here now, and we talked a little bit beforehand, this isn't the first time you've seen them.
No.
How many times have you seen the Monkees?
This is our second time.
Okay, and so one other time was here at State Theater, which was the one that I was talking about before. Where's the other one?
This one
here. Yeah.
Oh, here. Okay. Yeah. Well, I didn't know because there was also. I've also been to Minneapolis and saw them at the zoo.
Oh.
But it was Davey, Peter, and Mickey at the time.
I wish.
And it was so funny because it just seemed so appropriate to tell people I'm going to go to the Minneapolis Zoo to see the Monkees. But that was a good show too. It was really because there was a little amphitheater out there, and again packed to the gills, and all these people. But anyway, so you come to see him here now, and how does it feel? What's it do for you?
Oh, it just relaxes me and it fills me with joy. Anytime I'm down or sad, I just listen to the Monkees.
We drive around and listen to the Monkees. That's our sister thing.
So did obviously if you listen to the Monkees that much, I'm not going to ask you what's your favorite song because that's impossible for a fan to pick. But did you hear them do a lot of the songs that are among your favorites?
Yes.
Tonight?
There was one song that I wasn't super familiar with, and that's otherwise I think we sang at the top of our lungs to every other song. So, yeah.
Yeah, and they did a great job with them too. Now I always ask, was there a certain song or a certain part of the show that really resonated? That was your favorite part of the show?
I really liked it when Mickey was playing the timpani on Randy Scouse skit. I always loved it when anytime he played drums or did anything in a concert. So it's really cool.
My favorite was Daydream Believer.
Yeah.
Davey was my guy.
Yeah.
And I never got to see him.
Yeah.
But just the energy from the crowd singing that, just
Yeah, well, and Mickey leads. Unfortunately, you can't do video in the shows. Otherwise, I'd insert some video here of it.
Yeah.
But Mickey leads that now. But there is a part of the song where he turns it over to the crowd and says, "You all sing," and it becomes quite an emotional kind of moment. But now, this is my observation. You tell me if you notice this or not. But my observation is that it still felt like all four of them were here because it's like Mickey part of Micky is channeling Davey,
Yeah.
and
yeah.
part of Mike is channeling Peter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean,
that's it. That's
that's been my read of watching these 4 shows.
Yep.
And so people will say to me when I tell them I'm going to go see them, they're like, oh, the naysayers that aren't fans, they'll be like, oh, but why even bother? There's only 2 of them. It's like, no. Well, first of all, they're still the Monkees, so I'm still going to see it.
Yeah.
But if you are here, it still feels like it's the Monkees performing.
Yeah.
Now, if you were coming to the show expecting to see the 20-something goofballs of the 60s, that was not what this show is. But if you were coming to hear the music, if you were coming to enjoy the memories from all of that, then it was exactly that's what you had. And they had a great band with them too.
Oh yeah.
They did an incredible job.
Yeah.
And I got to say, I wish I had a picture of him, but the drummer, I don't remember his name, but the drummer, every time I see him, he looks like Peter.
Yes. Yes, I thought that too.
Of a very young
Yes.
Peter.
And then their new guitar guy, he doesn't look like Davey, but he's short like Davey.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
he's
Yes.
so anyway, so that was fun too. All right, well, I don't want to take up all your evenings. We're actually literally the last people here
Yes.
because we got in at the last of the merchandise line too. Okay, there's my bags. They're still there. Okay. And so everybody else is cleared out. The fact, literally,
We're probably
the security
Oh,
guard
he's right there.
is locking the door. He's like, don't let them people back in. So anyway, I'm gonna let y'all go. It's been a pleasure chatting with you. Thank you for taking time to visit. And we all have these memories now of this concert and this time that we got to join with. Because this farewell tour was supposed to have happened a year, even 2 years ago, and then COVID messed all of that up. But these guys, Micky is 78, Mike is Micky is 76, Mike is 78, and they still followed through in the commitment.
Oh, yeah.
Mike had open heart quadruple bypass surgery just a couple of years ago, and here he is out on this aggressive tour because of us, because of the fans, because they still wanted to honor that commitment.
Say that too, and that was really
Yeah.
was really emotional.
Yeah.
that
They appreciated the fans. So
Yeah.
They gave it to us. It
Yeah.
was-
Yeah. So I mean, it was just beautiful, all of it, all the way around. Great memories, something great to hold on to.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you, ladies, for your time.
Thank
And
you.
with that, I'll see y'all next time from my front porch.